The existence of a creator is a long debate issue. While some argue that there is no rational and logical proof of the existence of the creator, others say that there is evidence of the existence of the creator. Yes, let's look at this issue objectively. Let's examine both ideas and make our choice using our minds. First of all, is there a creator? Isn't there a creator? Or does it have to be a creator? Or can all these things be done without a creator? Let's look at it. Yes, this universe we live in, an observable and measurable universe. A universe in which everything animate and inanimate from particles to stars. Now, we are not going to back billions of years or study galaxies billions of kilometers away when doing the questioning. We will make inquiries right at this time, right where we live. Because if there is a creator who has to create not only at the head of the universe, but also everything at every moment. So, we will seek this creator right now. In these events, let's slowly come to where we live now. Our Milky Way galaxy, our solar system, and our Earth. Did you know that there are 10 million species of living things in the world we live in? I said 10 million species, not a number. For example, humans are a species and there are 8 million humans compared to others. This means 10 million different armies. Now, let's think about it. From tiny creatures at the bottom of the sea to flying birds in the sky. From tiny walrus under the ground to hundreds of animals on land. Each species has different weapons, different defense mechanisms, different clothes, different food, different navy, different habitats, 10 million different species. The surprising thing is, every living thing is given its clothes, food, weapons, defense mechanisms, and equipment in a complete and timely manner without being mixed, delayed, or forgotten. This is something truly magnificent. No one can deny this order. Science already gives us this information. There are still many undiscovered creatures. Anyway, our topic is not undiscovered. Let's go over what's being discovered. Friends, on the other hand, we are looking at the plants that are the lowest level of vitality. There are about 400,000 species of plants in the world. These 400,000 species of plants have different shapes, different flowers, different leaves. Each fruit has different colors, different smells, different tastes, different vitamins. Yes, although so many differences, none of them doesn't mix with any of them. No color mixes with another color, no scent blends with another scent, and no taste blend with another. For example, no one has ever tasted kiwi when eating an apple, or he didn't smell watermelon when he smelled an orange. These features are given to these plants which decorate our world every spring without mixing, delaying, forgetting, just in time and in a perfect way. Yes, that is a truly magnificent order. For example, friends, on the other hand, we are looking at a person who is the highest level of vitality. When we examine a person a little, we got truly astonishing information. For example, there is a 100,000 kilometers long vascular access system in the human body, and it always works flawlessly. If a vein occludes for a moment, it could lead to our death. Moreover, there is a machine like the heart that sends clean blood to that vascular axis. The heart pumps 5.5 liters of blood per minute. This makes 8 tons of blood per day. It really is an excellent machine. Moreover, the human brain has a memory of 1000 terabytes. The human eye has the ability to see 576 megapixels. Every second, 50 million cells are lost in the human body and 50 million new cells are replaced every second. In this way, the human body is completely renewed every 6 months, and many more wonderful systems and organs like this. All these don't belong to just a human. The same features apply to 8 billion people on the earth. It even applies to 400,000 people who come every day. This is truly an incredible system and order. Yes, living beings. We studied plants, animals, people, and finally we came across an astonishing order. Now, to whom, what, and why shall we give such a wonderful works? Is all this going to be up in air? Will it be unclear who or what is doing it? Now, friends, let's bring the truth closer to our minds by giving an example. When we look at a great car, we see the engineer behind it. When we look at a book, we see the author behind it. When we see a good meal, we see chef behind it. When we see great art, we look at the artist behind it. isn't it? Now, is it ever possible that there is no author of this book of the universe, an engineer of this big factory, a chef of thousands of wonderful foods cooked in that earthen cauldron, an artist of these great arts? Of course not possible. There has to have an author of this book, an engineer of this factory, an artist of these wonderful works of art. Yes, we again answer this question with reason, which we question with reason. Of course, these great works cannot stay in air. They have to have a perfect credit behind them. Because a book cannot be without a clerk, an art cannot be without an artist. Of course, there will be and must be a perfect artist of so many marvels of art. But who is this creator? What is it like? What are his features? We will answer all these questions in detail in the next video. Stay tuned.